So Callum, P2 in race 1 at Snetterton, just P3 in race 1 at Snetterton. Very competitive up there and very close, but was it just tricky to pass in the dirty air?
Yeah, I mean, it's I think just the nature of this track with this car, it is very difficult to overtake, especially just the nature of this layout with a lot of medium speed corners into low speed corners. It does make it tricky to get close to somebody and make a pass. So yeah, no, I mean the start is kind of a lot around here, as we saw in that race. So yeah, a little bit shame about the start. I got a little bit boxed in. I didn't get the best of starts, but no, otherwise really good. I think our pace was very good, but yeah, no, it's tough out there. There's a lot of teams, a lot of cars, a lot of good drivers that can all fight for the win. I don't think anybody really expected James Headley to start 4th or 5th wherever he was and end up winning. So it's very unexpected, and I think what we're doing right now is kind of pretty perfect, and just scoring podiums after podiums is what we got to do. So yeah.
And what's your take on the start? It looked really chaotic on the first couple of corners.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it always is a bit like that. But then I think just the front row didn't have the best of starts, and I guess the second row had a better one than us. So I guess naturally it kind of all bottlenecks into one, especially with turn 1 being a high-speed corner. You're pretty nearly flat out in qualifying. So yeah, it does bottleneck a lot, and it quickly tightens up on the exit. So yeah, very easy to drop a wheel or make a mistake. But yeah.
And you won here last year, so is this track a track that suits your style and you enjoy?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's probably one of the trickiest tracks on the calendar. Really, I'd say sector 1 and 2 are pretty standard, and they're pretty good, but kind of let's say a normal track, a bit like that. But the last sector is like nothing really, anywhere else. A lot of turning and braking at the same time, especially the last corner through Quorum and then through turn 12. You're constantly kind of braking and turning at the same time, so you've got to be very smooth with the brakes. So yeah, that's very important. As similar with under the bridge, you're turning and braking all the time. So yeah, tricky corners, but I guess it makes it even more rewarding when you get it right.
And how much of a fine line is it on the brakes in this car, and do you have to do a lot of treble braking to not lock the front?
Yeah, I mean, I guess naturally in single seaters you gotta, release the brake as you come, as you get slower, just because there's less downforce on the car and stuff like that. So yeah, naturally I think we're always like that, but I think especially through kind of the last sector, you've got to be very precise with your braking for sure.
And of course you're up there fighting for the top of the championship, and would you say this is a good day for you picking up points, especially when you're ahead of Loke?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's what we needed to do. We're I guess the two people that are closest to me in the championship I was in front of, so that's the main thing. And yeah, I mean, I think we've got a good shot at the win tomorrow with pole position. So yeah, we'll give it our all.
Are you thinking about the championship yet?
I'm always, I guess, thinking about it. I always want to make sure I'm up there. I think, just the nature of this championship, the way you win is just by picking up points consistently and having clean weekends. So that's the main thing. But I want to win at the same time. I'm not. I guess I am quite happy, but I'm not the happiest with third. So I always want to win. I always want more. So. Yeah, we'll look at it tonight and see where we can improve, and I'm sure we'll have a good shot tomorrow.
And what are you expecting from the 2 races tomorrow? And there could be some rain around as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I think last time I checked, the rain might miss us, but yeah, I mean, as I said, starting from pole tomorrow, I think there's only one thing to do, and that's win. So as long as we get a clean start, I think we've got the pace to do it. The top 7 are very close, but I think if we get a good start, solid start, and clean lap 1, I think we can do it. So that'll be good. And then race 3, it's always a bit of a carnage one. You don't really know what to expect. So yeah, just pick up as many points as possible and stay out of trouble. That's the main thing.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time again.
Cheers.